Welcome everyone. Today's video is not just a list of tips. This is a full transformation plan for your fluency in 2026. It doesn't matter if you feel shy. It doesn't matter if you've failed before. And it doesn't matter if you don't have someone to speak English with. If you follow these steps the way I'm about to explain, slowly, consistently, with heart, you will speak English fluently in 2026. This is not a shortcut. This is the full system for your brain, your mouth, your confidence, and your daily routine. Learning English is not just about speaking. It's about building a new version of yourself, someone who can communicate with the world. So whether you're a beginner who understands English but can't speak, a student who freezes when it's time to talk, or a dreamer who wants to work, live, or study, in an English-speaking country, this video will give you everything you need to finally speak fluent English in 2026. And one more thing, this video will not only change your English, it will change your mindset, your habits, your daily life, and most importantly, your self-belief. Because when you learn to speak a new language, you also learn to become a new person. Before we begin, subscribe to the channel, as every video here is designed to improve your English clearly and confidently. Now, let's begin. Step 1. Fix the root problem. It's not your English, it's your environment. Most people fail to speak English not because their brain is weak, but because their environment is wrong. That's the root problem, and that's where we must begin. Imagine this. You want to grow a plant, but the soil is dry. There's no sunlight and no water. Can the plant grow? No, it cannot. The same is true for your English. You want to grow your fluency, but your daily environment is full of your native language, surrounded by people who never speak English, and built with habits that avoid speaking. So let me ask you, are you reading in your native language all day? Are you thinking in your native language while trying to speak English? Are you waiting for English class but not creating your own practice space? If so, that is the reason your fluency is stuck. You are trying to grow in the wrong soil. The solution is to change your English environment. Starting today, fluency doesn't begin with grammar. It begins with changing your surroundings. Set your phone to English. Every time you unlock your phone, you will see English, read English, and think in English. This trains your brain without effort. Use English while brushing your teeth, walking, or cooking. You don't need extra time. Just use your normal daily activities in an English way. Say your thoughts out loud in English. For example, I'm brushing my teeth. I'm feeling sleepy today. Or I need to call my friend. This practice builds your thinking speed. Write one page in English every morning, and don't worry about grammar. Just write, even if it's simple. You could write, "Today I want to speak better English. I feel nervous sometimes, but I'm improving." Writing helps you think clearly, and clear thoughts lead to clear speaking. Start your day with English input for the first 10 minutes after waking up. No Instagram, no native language scrolling, just one English video, podcast, or voice note. Let English be the first thing your brain hears every day. Put English words on your mirror and wall, such as, "I speak clearly," "I am improving every day," or "English is easy, I just need to speak it." Repeat these affirmations aloud every time you see them. Your environment will remind your brain that you are serious now, because the brain learns from repetition and exposure. The more you hear English, see English, and feel English, the more your brain accepts it as normal. Right now, English feels like a second language to you. Your goal in 2026 is to make it feel like your first language in your environment. Even if no one around you speaks English, you can build a world where English lives. Wake up and play a 5-minute English audio. While brushing your teeth, speak 2 sentences about your day. During breakfast, watch 5 minutes of an English Stories Avenue or interview. For your journal, write 1 page in English about what you want to improve. Before sleeping, Record a 2-minute voice note about what you did today in English. This takes less than 30 minutes in total, but your mind will feel like you're living in an English-speaking country. You don't have to move to America. You simply have to bring English into your home, your habits, and your thoughts. Fluency is not about how smart you are. It's about how consistent your environment is. So before we move to grammar, speaking, or vocabulary, fix this first. Where is English in your daily life? If the answer is nowhere, then start today. You can't grow fluent English in a dry land. Change your environment, and you will change everything. Step 2. Don't just learn words, train your mouth to speak. You can know 10,000 English words in your brain, but still not be able to speak one full sentence fluently. Why is this the case? It's because your mouth is not trained. Your brain might be full of English, but your mouth is still accustomed to your native language. This is the biggest difference between learners who understand English but can't speak, and learners who speak fluently, even with simple vocabulary. Most people spend their time watching videos, reading books, listening to podcasts, memorizing vocabulary, and learning grammar rules. All of this helps your brain understand English, but it doesn't help your mouth produce English. Speaking is a physical skill, just like dancing, swimming, or playing guitar. You don't become a good dancer by reading dance books, nor do you become a swimmer by watching swimming videos. You become good by moving your body. The same is true for English speaking. You don't speak fluently by merely knowing English. You speak fluently by moving your mouth again and again. Your lips, tongue, throat, and breathing patterns are all trained for your native language. For years, your mouth has practiced your first language, so it feels comfortable, fast, and easy. But when you try to speak English, your mouth often freezes, hesitates, feels uncomfortable, and struggles to find the rhythm or pronunciation. That's not your fault, and it's not because you're bad at English. It's because your mouth has no muscle memory in English yet. Your muscles simply don't know how to move in the English way. That's why your thoughts feel stuck, because the bridge between your brain and your mouth is weak. The solution is to start doing mouth workouts every day, just like going to the gym. These workouts shouldn't be with grammar or writing, but with real speaking drills, such as the shadowing method. Speaking with the video is one of the most powerful exercises in the world for spoken English. Choose any video with a native English speaker, starting with easy ones like stories, TED Talks, or short interviews. Play one sentence, then pause and speak the sentence out loud. Then play it again, and this time, speak with the speaker, matching their speed, pronunciation, emotion, and rhythm. Do this with 1-minute clips, then 2-minute clips, and eventually longer ones. At first, your mouth will struggle. You'll feel slow, mispronounce words, and get tired. However, that's perfectly fine. It means your mouth is learning a new skill, much like lifting a new weight. The more you shadow, the more your mouth will become fluent, fast, and natural in English. Repeat each sentence 5 to 10 times if needed. Remember, this is not a race. Instead, it is a transformation. The 3-2-1 speaking drill focuses on speed, pressure, and clarity. This is a fluency exercise designed to help you speak under time pressure. Just like in real life, pick a simple topic, for example, my morning routine, my favorite movie, or why I want to learn English. Speak about that topic for 3 minutes. Do not stop or translate. Just keep going. Then speak about the same topic again, but this time for 2 minutes, and then again for 1 minute. Each time you are training for faster thinking, clearer speaking, and better structure. At first, it will feel difficult. You might run out of words or repeat yourself. This is understandable. Do this drill daily, and after 2 weeks, you will notice fewer pauses, faster sentences, and stronger confidence. This is the real gym of fluency, and no one can do it for you. The mirror talk is a daily self-speaking habit. Every night, for just 5 minutes, go to the mirror and speak to yourself in English. You can talk about what you did today, what you're thinking about, what you're planning for tomorrow, or how you feel. It doesn't matter if your English is broken. It also doesn't matter if you repeat the same words, as you are training your mouth and your brain to work together. And this is where fluency begins. Look into your own eyes and speak your truth in English. Speak slowly, honestly, and confidently. This practice also builds your emotional confidence, because when you can speak to yourself, you are no longer afraid of speaking to others. Record yourself once a week. Most learners are afraid to hear their own voice, but this fear is blocking your growth. Choose a topic and speak for 2 to 3 minutes in English. Record it, then listen to it the next day. Ask yourself, where did I pause? Where did I make grammar mistakes? Did I sound confident? Did I speak clearly? This is how you become your own coach. No one else has to correct you. You will hear your mistakes, and you will fix them. Week by week, your voice will become stronger, and your speaking will become more natural. Fluent speaking is not about knowing more. It's about saying more out loud every day. You can know everything about English, but if your mouth is silent, you will never feel fluent. But if you train your mouth like this, even with basic vocabulary, you will feel confidence, clarity, and control. That is fluency. Try this routine. 5 minutes of shadowing with a short video, 3 minutes of mirror talk about your day, a 3-2-1 drill on a simple topic, and a weekly recording every Sunday. That's all it takes. You don't need long hours. You just need daily movement of your mouth with English. This will give you the fluency that grammar books can't, and the voice you're dreaming of. Step 3. Build brain fluency. Train your mind to think in English. If your brain is still thinking in your native language, then speaking English will always feel slow, broken, and unnatural. You will always translate in your head, forget words, pause between sentences, and feel nervous when speaking. This is why many learners say, I understand English, but I can't speak. I freeze when I have to talk. I know the sentence, but it doesn't come out. These are not speaking problems. These are thinking problems, because the real battle is not in your tongue. It's in your thoughts. Brain fluency means your thoughts flow in English automatically, clearly, and emotionally. You're not stopping to translate. You're not switching between languages. And you're not struggling to find words. English becomes the default voice inside your mind. That's what true fluency feels like. And in this step, I will show you exactly how to train it. Even if you're a complete beginner, most people never build brain fluency because they were never taught how. Schools and YouTube videos only teach vocabulary, grammar, phrases, listening, and reading. But no one teaches you how to think in English. No one shows you how to rewire your mind from your native language to English. So learners do everything except the one thing that matters most: practicing thoughts in English. That's why they feel stuck. That's why they feel like English is always foreign. But we're about to change that. Your goal is simple: to build an English operating system inside your brain, just like your phone runs on Android or iOS. Your thoughts run on your language system, and right now, your brain runs on your native language. We will now install a parallel system where your brain can think in English without effort. This is possible. Millions have done it. And if you follow this process, so will you. Let's now go deep into the 3 tools that will rewire your brain to think in English fast, clearly, and emotionally. Our first tool is the English thought loop. Train the flow of thoughts. Many learners speak in broken parts. For example, I want to eat something good. They don't speak in a natural flow. Why? Because they never train their brain to complete thoughts in English. To fix this, we use thought loops. Pick a simple sentence, and then extend it using your thoughts. For example, I'm feeling tired because I didn't sleep well, and I was watching a video, and then I scrolled Instagram, and now I have to finish my work. Do you see the flow? That's how you speak in your native language, using full thoughts, not isolated words. Now train that same habit in English. Start with I like. For example, I like coffee, especially in the morning with milk, and I usually drink 2 cups before 9 o'clock a.m. Or try, I don't know what to wear today. Maybe jeans or something more formal. I think it might rain. Practice these flows for 5 minutes every day. Don't stop, don't edit, and don't translate. Just think and speak. This builds the natural rhythm of English inside your brain. Our second tool is the no translation zones, designed to force your brain to think in English. If you want to think in English, you must create situations where translation is not allowed. These no translation zones are small moments where you train your brain to use only English. Choose 1 to 2 simple daily activities and promise yourself, in this moment, I will think only in English, even if it's broken or slow. Start small with activities like brushing your teeth, taking a shower, making tea, or getting dressed. For example, you might think, I'm brushing this side, now the front. Okay, I'm done. I look sleepy. This shirt is blue. Should I wear this or something else? Here, the grammar doesn't matter. What matters is that you are building the habit of English thoughts. After 1 week, add more zones, such as grocery shopping, cooking, going for a walk, or waiting for a bus. Eventually, your whole day will become English-friendly, and your brain will stop using translation as a crutch. Our third tool is the emotion connection method, which involves attaching English to your feelings. Your brain remembers language faster when it's connected to emotion. Think about your native language. You didn't learn it by memorizing grammar. You learned it through expressing hunger. I want food. Satsa. Pain. It hurts. Joy. I'm happy. Or anger. Leave me alone. These were real-life emotions, and they gave real power to your language. You must do the same with English. How can you do this? Start giving voice to your feelings in English. When you feel excited, say, "This is amazing." When frustrated, say, "I'm really tired of this." If nervous, say, "Why do I feel so scared?" If proud, say, "I did it. I'm proud of myself." Even if you say it alone, whisper it, or say it in your mind, this trains your brain to use English with real emotion. And that's when fluency becomes natural. Because fluency is not just about grammar. It's about connecting your thoughts and feelings to English in real time. Pick a topic such as dream, food, friend, or weekend, and think about it for 2 minutes only in English. Speak it out loud in full thoughts, not necessarily perfect sentences, but just flowing ideas. Write 5 feelings you had today and describe why in English. Create 2 no translation zones for your day, like brushing your teeth or making tea. Before bed, speak 3 positive affirmations. For example, I'm becoming fluent, English is part of me, and my brain is learning fast. This is like a mental gym for fluency. Do it daily, and your mind will stop thinking in your native language and start living in English. You don't have to speak perfect English to be fluent. You just need to think clearly and confidently in English. When your brain thinks in English, speaking becomes automatic. When your brain flows in English, words come faster, sentences come smoother, and confidence becomes real. So don't just train your mouth or read books. Train your thoughts and your inner voice. Make English the language of your mind, and fluency will follow you everywhere. Step 4. Master the power of repetition. Focus less on new content and more on deep repetition. Most learners are addicted to new things, but fluency comes from repeating the same things until they become a part of you. In today's world, we have unlimited access to new English videos, new vocabulary apps, new grammar hacks, new YouTube channels, new reels, podcasts, and teachers. Every day, you're chasing the next tip, the next trick, and the next method. But your brain is not hungry for new information. It's hungry for repetition. This is because repetition is how your brain says, "This is important." When you hear something once, your brain says, "Interesting." When you hear it again, it says, "I've heard this before." But when you hear it 20 times and say it out loud, "Okay, this is important," it notes. It suggests, "I will remember this forever." That's how memory works, and that's how fluency works. You didn't learn your native language by learning 100 new words every day. You learned by hearing the same few words and phrases 10,000 times. You learned by repeating what others said and by living inside repetition. This brings us to the golden rule of repetition. Repeat one lesson 10 times, not 10 lessons one time. That one rule can change everything. Because most people touch everything but master nothing. They watch a video once, write a word once, practice a sentence once, shadow once, and then move on. Then they ask, "Why can't I speak clearly?" The answer is because the sentence didn't become a part of you yet. You just touched it. You didn't own it. Repeat sentences, not words. Vocabulary is important, but words alone don't give fluency. You can know the word opportunity, but if you don't know how to use it in a sentence, it's useless. That's why in 2026, focus on sentence repetition. Instead of memorizing the word opportunity, memorize and repeat. For example, "This is a great opportunity. I don't want to miss this opportunity." Or, "She gave me an opportunity to learn." Now use these in speaking, writing, and mirror practice. Say each of them 10 to 20 times to make them automatic. Because when your brain remembers full sentences, you don't have to think when speaking. You just speak. Build a personal sentence bank. Create your own sentence bank, not just a vocabulary list. Every time you hear a powerful sentence or phrase, write it down. Review it every day, picking 1 to 2 sentences to repeat out loud 20 times. Use them in your journal, in mirror talk, and in your voice recordings. This is how those sentences enter your mouth, your memory, and your fluency system. If you collect 2 sentences a day, you'll have 60 new usable sentences a month. But more importantly, you'll have deeply repeated confidence patterns. Use the 5X speaking method, an internal repetition system. Take one sentence, for instance, "I'm not comfortable with this," and repeat it out loud 5 times in your normal voice. Repeat it 5 times slowly and emotionally, truly feeling the tone. Say it like you're talking to a friend. Repeat it 5 times in different moods, such as angry, happy, tired, professional, or casual. Use it in 3 different imaginary conversations, and then write a small paragraph using it. This is repetition that works. This is repetition that transforms. This is how your brain says, "Okay, I know this. I can use it anytime." Watch one video 10 times. Consider the deep learning rule. Choose one English learning video, not 10, and watch it 10 times. First time, just listen. Second time, read the subtitles. Third time, repeat phrases. Fourth time, shadow every sentence. Fifth time, pause and explain it in your own words. Sixth time, write a summary. Seventh time, teach it to someone or a mirror. Eighth time, copy the speaking style. Ninth time, speak about your opinion. 10th time, use sentences from the video in your own life. Most people would skip to a new video after the second watch, but you are not most people. You are training like a fluent speaker, and fluent people don't rush. They repeat deeply. Return to the basics again and again. You know the sentence, "How are you?" But how many different ways can you answer? You could say, "I'm fine," "I'm okay," "I've been better," "not too bad," or "actually, I'm a bit stressed." These are simple, but they're powerful. Don't be ashamed of repeating basic things. as repetition of basics is how great speakers are born. Even native speakers often say, "I don't know," "It's okay," "Let me think," or "That's a good point." These common phrases are used 100 times more than complex words, so repeat them, master them, and own them. If you follow everything in this step for just 1 month, you'll notice your sentences come out faster, your confidence increases, and you hesitate less. You'll sound more natural, stop translating, and stop searching for new videos because the old ones still teach you so much. And most importantly, you'll begin to feel that this is not a foreign language anymore. It becomes part of who you are. That's the magic of deep repetition. Try this daily routine. Pick 2 sentences from your sentence bank and repeat each 10 to 20 times, using each in speaking, writing, and mirror talk. Shadow 1 minute of a video 5 times. Review yesterday's sentence and repeat it again. Repeat this every single day. Fluency is not about doing more. It's about going deeper, and repetition is the deepest learning you'll ever do. Fluency is not about speed or memorizing thousands of things. It's about repeating a few powerful things until they become part of you. So stop chasing, start mastering. Repeat with intensity, repeat with love. Repeat like your future depends on it, because it truly does. And when 2026 ends, you'll look back and realize, I didn't become fluent because I knew more. I became fluent because I repeated better. Step 5. Practice speaking. Even if you're completely alone, you don't need a speaking partner. Nor do you need to move to an English-speaking country. You don't even need a classroom or a tutor to become fluent in English. What you truly need is a system that makes you speak every day, a mindset that doesn't wait for permission, and a strategy that turns silence into progress. This step is for those who feel alone, who feel forgotten, or who feel like the world isn't giving them a chance. And I'm going to prove to you that you don't need the world. You just need yourself. Most learners never speak fluently, even after years of studying, because they wait for someone else. They wait for a native speaker to talk to, a perfect tutor, an English-speaking environment, a job interview, a class, a partner, or a moment that may never come. And every day they wait, their confidence dies a little more, their voice becomes weaker, their dreams move farther, and their heart gets quieter because they believe, I'm alone, so I can't practice. But that belief is a lie, and once you understand that, your fluency journey becomes unstoppable. Most fluent English speakers you see today, even those on YouTube or on stage, spend hundreds of hours practicing alone, in front of mirrors, whispering in bed, talking to walls, repeating sentences on walks, and speaking out loud to themselves in empty rooms. They weren't lucky. They were determined. They didn't wait for a partner. They became their own partner. This is what we call solo speaking mastery, and it is one of the most powerful secrets of fluency. Your goal is to speak English out loud every single day with no partner, no fear, and no excuses. We will help you build your private speaking world. This is a world where you think in English, speak in English, express your emotions, practice real-life conversations, and build deep fluency alone. These are the 5 systems that will turn your silence into fluency. Pillar 1. Mirror talk therapy, the most powerful speaking habit. Your mirror is the most honest speaking partner in the world. It doesn't laugh, it doesn't interrupt, and it doesn't correct you, but it reflects your energy, your voice, your fear, and your growth. Stand in front of a mirror and look yourself in the eye. Pick one topic, such as your day, your goals, or your feelings, and speak for 5 minutes without stopping, out loud. Don't worry about grammar or vocabulary. Just express yourself. This works because you face your fear of speaking. You build confidence through visual feedback. You stop being scared of your own voice, and you start owning the language with your full body. This might not seem conventional, but it's not silly. This is how actors, speakers, and leaders train their confidence. And if you do it daily, you will start to believe that you have a voice in English and you trust it. Pillar 2. Imaginary conversations and the power of role play. If you don't have someone to talk to, create them. Seriously, your brain doesn't need another human to simulate speaking. It just needs intention and imagination. Imagine a situation. For instance, a job interview, ordering food, meeting a friend, or airport check-in. Create both sides of the conversation. Speak it out loud, react, pause, smile, ask, and answer. For example, "Hi, I'd like to order a large coffee, please." "Sure, would you like milk or sugar with that?" "Milk, no sugar, please. And also one blueberry muffin." All right, your total is $5. You're practicing flow, rhythm, sentence structure, pronunciation, listening, and confidence, all by yourself. Why does this work? It's because you prepare for real-life situations. You train your reflexes and emotional tone, and you become comfortable with common dialogues. Do this every day with one new situation. Within 30 days, you will feel ready for any conversation in the real world. Pillar 3. Topic talks, where you master your voice on real subjects. Pick a topic, set a timer, and speak. This is called topic talk practice. You don't need anyone to ask you questions, nor do you need anyone to listen. You are speaking to improve your organization, your ideas, and your fluency. Choose one topic each day, such as my dream job, the best day of my life, my biggest fear, why I want to learn English, or what I would change about the world. Set a timer for 3 minutes and speak without stopping. Even if you get stuck, say, let me think, or what I'm trying to say is, that's still English. That's still fluency. That's how real people speak. Over time, you'll stop pausing, you'll stop struggling, and you'll start speaking like a storyteller. Pillar 4. Voice journaling, your daily speaking diary. Writing journals is great, but speaking journals are next level. Every night before bed, instead of writing, record yourself speaking about your day. Open a voice recorder app and speak freely for 2 to 5 minutes about what you did, how you felt, what you learned, and what you want to improve. Save the recording. Repeat this every night. Then, once a week, listen to 1 or 2 of your old recordings. You will cry with pride when you realize, I sound better than last week. I sound like someone who speaks English. This is not just fluency training. It is emotional healing. You're recording the voice of a person who refused to give up. Pillar 5. Shadow conversations. Copy, speak, and own. You've seen this before, but let's use it only for solo fluency. Now, use any video with English speakers, such as movies, interviews, or audiobooks. Listen to a sentence, pause, and repeat it exactly, matching the same tone, rhythm, speed, and emotion. Repeat again and again until your mouth owns it. Do this with 1 minute of video per day. By the end of the week, your voice will start to sound more natural, confident, and native-like. This is how you train intonation, confidence, emotional tone, and rhythm all alone. Let's talk about the emotional side now, as this is the part most fluency coaches never talk about. Here's what you may feel. I feel silly talking to a mirror. I feel weird pretending to have a conversation. What if someone hears me? Or, this doesn't feel real. However, talking alone is not crazy. It's courageous. Every master talks to themselves. You just don't see them when they're doing it. Singers rehearse lyrics alone. Actors repeat scenes in their bedroom. And speakers practice their speech to an empty wall. You're not crazy. You're a warrior. You're rewiring your brain, your voice, and your identity with no audience, no applause, and no support. That's not weird. That's heroic. Your alone practice is not fake. It's real preparation. Every time you speak alone, you're building mouth memory, you're building courage, and you're training your brain to react faster in real life. So when a real conversation happens, your mouth won't freeze, your voice won't shake, and your thoughts won't disappear. You've already trained for it. Speaking alone is how you build unbreakable confidence. The truth is, if you can speak to yourself confidently in English, you can speak to anyone in the world, because you've already faced the fear of being judged and practiced without praise. You've already chosen to believe in yourself when no one else was watching. That kind of fluency, no teacher can give it to you. No classroom can replace it. It's born in silence, built in your room, and carried in your heart. Stop saying, "I can't practice because I'm alone," and start saying, "I speak fluently because I practice alone." You are not weak because you have no partner. You are strong because you keep going without one. So talk to your mirror, speak to your phone, create your own conversations, voice your emotions, and repeat your truths. Because the voice you build in private will one day speak on stages, in interviews, in relationships, and in dreams. Step 6. Speak like a human, not like a textbook. Why do some English learners speak perfectly but sound boring, robotic, and awkward? You've heard them. Their grammar is perfect, their vocabulary is advanced, and their pronunciation is technically correct. And yet, something feels wrong. Their English feels cold, empty, and uncomfortable because they're not speaking like a person. They're speaking like a grammar machine. Now think about this. You've also seen people who make grammar mistakes, who don't use big words, but when they speak, you feel something. You listen, you smile, and you connect. That's the difference. That's the goal of this step, to help you sound real, natural, and emotionally fluent, even if your English is simple. Let's be honest. Memorizing grammar rules, translating perfectly, speaking like a textbook, and using correct English are often taught. But they never teach you how to express emotion, how to sound like yourself, how to be real in English, or how to sound like someone people trust. This is why learners say things like, "I feel fake when I speak. I sound nervous, not natural." They might say, "People understand me, but they don't connect with me." This is a deep and silent pain, because on paper, everything looks fine. But in real life, you don't feel fluent. You feel uncomfortable. That's not fluency. That's performance. Now let's fix that forever. When you speak your native language, you use pauses and express emotions. You change your voice with your mood. And you don't always speak in full sentences. You sometimes say, yeah. That's what makes you feel human. It's not about speaking correctly. It's about speaking with soul. And in English, you must build the same freedom. Your goal is to feel like yourself in English. Your goal is to speak in a way that sounds confident, calm, casual, clear, and emotionally alive. To make people feel something when you speak, not just understand your words. We'll now learn 5 transformational techniques to help you get there, and each one will change the way you feel when you open your mouth in English. Technique 1. Speak in chunks, not single words. You've been told to memorize vocabulary, but human beings don't speak in single words. We speak in groups of words that go together naturally. These are called chunks. Let me show you the difference. Robotic speech, word by word, sounds like, "I will and go to the store after I finish work." Human speech, chunked, sounds like, "I'll go to the store after work." Do you see the flow? Chunks are how natives speak naturally. Phrases like, "You know what I mean?" It depends on the situation. "I'm not really sure." "Let me get back to you," or "To be honest," are the real muscles of spoken English. When you learn English in chunks, you don't need to build sentences word by word. You just plug in a chunk, and the flow continues. Watch native speakers in interviews, movies, or podcasts. Don't focus on vocabulary. Instead, focus on what phrases they repeat. Write those phrases down, then repeat them out loud 10 to 20 times. Use them in your mirror talk and voice journal. The more chunks you own, the more natural and automatic you will sound. This is how you stop sounding robotic. You start sounding real. Technique 2. Speak with emotion, not just logic. Robotic speakers focus only on grammar, saying everything flat with no tone or feeling. Human speakers, however, smile when happy, lower their voice when serious, pause when they feel something, and use emotion to guide the message. Consider the same sentence with different delivery. I can't believe it. In the robotic version, I can't believe it sounds flat and boring. In the human version, it can be said with surprise, I can't believe it. Sadness, I can't believe it. Or anger, I can't believe it. Same words, different emotional energy, completely different feeling. That is how humans communicate. So ask yourself, am I just saying words, or am I conveying feelings? Choose one sentence from a video or show. Say it in 5 different emotions. Record yourself, listen back, and adjust your tone, speed, volume, and pauses. Repeat until it feels real. This is how you train emotional delivery. When you speak like this, people will say your English is not only clear, but it's alive. That's fluency of the soul. Technique 3. Stop chasing perfection. Chase connection. This might be the most important lesson of your life. Perfect English doesn't make people listen. Honest, simple, human English does. Let go of the fear of mistakes, the fear of judgment, and the fear of grammar errors, because native speakers make mistakes too. They say, they change sentences halfway, and they start and restart. They might forget words, but they keep speaking because their focus is not perfection. Their focus is connection. Speak slowly, clearly, and honestly. Make eye contact, even with yourself in the mirror. Use your hands to explain, and use pauses to let the words breathe. Don't be afraid to say, I don't know the word, but let me explain, and keep going. This is confidence, not grammar or vocabulary, but the courage to keep speaking like a human. Technique 4. Use everyday expressions, not academic English. Don't say, I find this experience to be quite pleasurable and beneficial. Instead say, I really liked it. It was fun and helpful. Use normal words and speak as you would in your native language in your real life, matching that energy in English. Native speakers use basic language every day, with expressions like, you gotta be kidding me. Come on. You might hear seriously, no way, or that's awesome. These are expressions full of emotion, attitude, and voice. Learn one per day, then repeat it, use it, and live it. This is what makes your English sound alive, not academic. Technique 5. Match your body language with your voice. Spoken language is not just about your mouth. It involves your eyes, face, shoulders, hands, posture, and breath. If your body is closed, tense, or stiff, your English will feel blocked. But when you move, open your chest, and breathe deeply, your voice becomes powerful, confident, and fluid. That's why public speakers, actors, and leaders train their body, not just their words. So stand tall, speak with your hands, smile when appropriate, and breathe while you speak. This is how you bring your full presence into English. People don't remember the grammar you use. They remember how you made them feel, how confident you looked, how clearly you spoke, and how real you sounded. So stop hiding behind textbooks and stop trying to be perfect. Start being yourself in English. Speak with real emotions, real tone, real rhythm, and real soul, and watch how the world responds. Because when you speak like a human, People listen like humans too. Fluency is not a skill you learn. It is a person you become. A person who is patient with themselves, brave enough to speak imperfectly, consistent even without motivation, emotionally connected to the language, and no longer waiting for permission. So in 2026, make this promise. I will not quit English because of fear. I will not quit because of mistakes. I will not quit because of slow days. I will not quit because of comparison. I will stay and I will become fluent. And if you do that, one day, without realizing it, you'll speak English naturally, not because you forced it, but because it became you.